Hello, Bright Buffalo Niagara friends. I'm here today to talk to you about understanding your markets. A group of regional entrepreneurs has come together to share tips with you relative to business startup. The most important thing is you consider starting a business is to understand your market. Is someone willing to buy your product or service? If they're not, you might as well not begin the startup, because you really need to know that in advance, be assured in advance that there is a market for your product or service. Many people think that the internet is the end-all and be-all of market research. The internet certainly has many beneficial uses, but it's only the start. The most important thing, I think, is personal contact. People are always willing to talk, and if you ask, you'll normally find that people that are in very high positions or are very knowledgeable in the field are very willing to take the time and effort to help you understand the marketplace and help you with your startup business. Never be concerned about asking people to spend time with you, and of course the burden on you is to be prepared for those conversations. Trade shows and technical meetings and other opportunities to get together with people that are involved in a day-to-day business, in the business that you're interested in starting, are also very good opportunities for personal contact and understanding the market. Nothing is more important than talking to users. Users will tell you what products or services that they're using. They'll give you a very good understanding of what the competitors currently in the field are doing, why the users like a specific product or service, what price points they think are needed for them to be able to buy that product or service, and very importantly, will tell you the inadequacies of the products or services that are currently on the market, which will give you an opportunity to find a place within the competition that's currently in the market for your product or service and the price point that you should be looking at. Don't forget to talk to manufacturers or other people that are providing the service. Don't just talk to people that are using the service. It's surprising that competitors will be often pleased to talk to you, particularly if you're talking to them at trade shows. You don't always have to identify yourself as being a potential competitor or interested in starting up a company that is going to compete with them in the future. I think just present yourself as a person that's interested in their business, interested in their product or service, but make sure that you're ethical in your approach to these people and don't misrepresent yourself. It's easy to ask people for their time and energy. You'll find that important people are often protected from phone calls, but these people are often available through the internet. You can often go to a company's website, find out who the president, marketing director, head of sales, lead engineer is, depending on what type of information you want regarding that company or regarding the technology that you're interested in, and approach them directly through the internet. Typically, they'll respond. If they don't respond the first time, ask a second time. There becomes a point where you become a nuisance, but stop just short of that point in talking to people. As I said earlier, people are generally pleased to discuss their products, their technology, their market with strangers. You know, they're proud of their business, they're proud of their expertise, and they'll generally share that with you. Make sure you ask the right questions. Don't ask them, for instance, you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a good product? Do you think this is a good service? Most people are reluctant to hurt your feelings and will always say yes. I think the question you need to ask is, are you interested in buying this product or service? Not do you like it, but are you interested in buying it? And if they say yes, they're interested, then start talking about at what price. That is really going to determine, I think, whether you get good information relative to the potential marketplace that you're in. It's important to understand your cost structure. And I think you need to spend a significant amount of time understanding the cost structure to bring your product to market, including the indirect cost and the margins that you must maintain to be successful in a marketplace. I think many entrepreneurs are surprised at the margins that they must add to their cost of production to really be successful. So make sure that you understand your cost structure, because if you can't meet the price points in your marketplace, you won't have a business. I think in these conversations, there's a fine line between providing enough information that people can give you meaningful feedback and giving so much information that you're disclosing your trade secrets or intellectual property. If you're concerned about IP, many people, if not most people, will be glad to talk to you under a confidentiality. It's a bother for them, but you'll never know unless you ask. And I think that's the bottom line. As you approach people, don't be afraid to ask. They can always say no. Be polite in how you treat people, because you may need to come back to them again in the future. They may be a partner, they may be a customer, or they may be an investor. So be very careful in the fact that in the way that you treat people, treat them politely, not ethically in every way. I think that's with that, I think I'll wrap up this segment of tips and encourage you to visit our website or Facebook page, Bright Buffalo Niagara Facebook page, or the website at brightbuffaloniagara.com for more tips. And don't forget to tune in next week for another tip.